The Wisdom of Silence, a monk's journey to enlightenment. Once in the ancient kingdom of Magadha, there lived a young monk named Ananda. He was known for his kindness, but he had one flaw. He shared too much with others. He believed that openness was a virtue, and thus he revealed everything about himself to those around him. One day, Ananda traveled to the great monastery of Jetavana, where he hoped to gain deeper wisdom from the enlightened Gautama Buddha. Upon reaching the monastery, he bowed before Buddha and said, Master, I seek guidance on how to live wisely. I've always believed that sharing everything with others brings honesty and trust, yet I often find myself facing betrayals, misfortune, and suffering. Buddha smiled gently and replied, Ananda, wisdom lies not only in what you share, but also in what you keep within. There are 7 things one should never share with anyone, as they bring unnecessary suffering. Let me tell you why. Buddha then began narrating a story that would change Ananda's life forever. 1. Your deepest plans. Long ago, there was a young merchant named Sarvagya. He had a brilliant idea for a new trade route that would bring him great wealth. Excited, he shared his plan with a friend, hoping for support. However, his friend betrayed him, stole his idea, and established the trade route himself. Sarvagya was left with nothing but regret. Ananda, never share your deepest plans until they are fulfilled. Others may not have the same intentions as you. Ananda bowed his head in realization. 2. Your good deeds. In a small village, there lived a humble man named Devananda. He always helped the poor, yet he never spoke of his kindness. Another man, Karuna, also helped people, but boasted about his generosity. Over time, Karuna's deeds became tainted with pride, and people began to doubt his sincerity, while Devananda was loved and respected. Ananda, if you perform a good deed, let it remain silent, like the roots of a tree. True virtue does not seek recognition. Ananda pondered over his past. He often sought acknowledgement for his good deeds. Now, he understood why it was unnecessary. 3. Your family problems. There was a man named Vishrava who often shared his family troubles with others, seeking sympathy. Over time, people began to avoid him, considering him a man of complaints rather than solutions. His family's respect for him weakened, and his relationships suffered. Ananda, every family has struggles. Speaking of them to outsiders invites judgment and ridicule. Instead, resolve them with patience and wisdom. Ananda reflected on his own past discussions about his family's troubles. He now realized they had only worsened his problems. 4. Your personal life. In the grand city of Rajagriha, a woman named Sita often shared every detail of her personal life, her joys, her sorrows, and her secrets with friends and acquaintances. One day, her secrets were used against her, and she found herself humiliated and alone. Ananda, your personal life is like a sacred garden. If you open its gates to everyone, weeds of betrayal and envy will grow. Ananda had always been open about his personal struggles. Now he saw the wisdom in keeping some things private. 5. Your wealth and success. In a faraway land, a farmer named Mahadeva inherited a great fortune. Overcome with excitement, he boasted about his wealth to the entire village. Thieves soon targeted him, and envious people turned against him. In the end, his fortune became a curse rather than a blessing. Ananda, wealth is like honey. It attracts both good and bad. If you speak too much of it, greed and jealousy will follow. Ananda nodded, realizing that it was unwise to openly discuss one's prosperity. 6. Your fears and weaknesses. A brave warrior named Arjuna once confided in his enemies, revealing his deepest fears. In battle, they used his fears against him, and he suffered a great defeat. Ananda, if you expose your weaknesses, others may use them to harm you. Instead, strengthen your mind and overcome your fears in silence. Ananda understood now that self-mastery meant guarding his vulnerabilities. 7. Your resentments and grudges. There was a scholar named Dhruva who held grudges and often spoke ill of those who wronged him. His heart